Ladies and gentlemen of the media, welcome to the Carling Knockout Cup. Orlando Pirates versus Cape Town Spurs. We are joined by the away team coach, Coach Vasilli. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
If you can just kickstart us with just a brief summary of the match from your perspective.
I thought it was a very good first half. We played some fantastic football at times. It was a bit tough to start, maybe the first 8 to 10 minutes, but after that we started putting the foot on the ball and had some really good possession, started to make some good progress, created 1 or 2 good chances. And I think in the first half the chances were pretty even. You know, both teams had good opportunities to go ahead. And the second half, not so good. Obviously, once the penalty is awarded and then the next goal in quick succession, it becomes a little bit tough for us. And you know, I'm disappointed, but it's one of the things we're working on, the mentality of the team. You know, 2-0 down, you got to be a little bit more aggressive. You got to get into the opponent's faces. You got to be a little bit more physical. You got to, you got to compete. And yeah, it didn't look too good later in the second half. But that's football. The confidence is very low of these boys, and we've seen some good things over the last 2.5 weeks. Certainly that I've been there. So hopefully some, making progress, baby steps.
Thanks, Coach. We're now open for questions from the floor. Show of hands, do we have any questions? Unfortunately, we don't have a rolling mic there. The guys have forgot an extra mic for us. Note for the sponsor for the next match at Orlando. But we'll start with you.
We shout.
Please, we appreciate.
Yeah, thank you, Coach. Very from SABC. How do you look at this, in fact, at this loss, given the position that you're in? Is it more of a relief for you to go and concentrate on picking up points in the league?
Listen, the reality is we wanted to try and win the game. We need it because we need a change of fortune. We need to put the belief back in the boys again. So it's not so much of a relief. What it is it's another loss. And which is not good. But as I said, some of the performance was really good. Obviously, the result wasn't what we wanted, and that's what it is. At the end of the day, the scoreboard doesn't lie, and this is the tough task that we have at hand. Building these boys up. Same thing. In the last match against SuperSport, the league match went 1-0 up. Had good moments, and it's almost like, these boys are going, here we go again. So psychologically, mentally, it's a tough challenge. But yeah, next game, Pirates again at home in Cape Town. So yeah, this game is gone. Nothing we can do about it. Look back, look at some of the good moments when we do some analysis, some of the poor moments, some of the moments that we need to improve. But again, proud of the boys and some good progress.
Joseph from Spurs. Coach, sorry, had luck on the results, but how much of a struggle was it to actually boost your boys' morale, knowing very well that they're coming into a game where they're already wearing the underdog tag against the Pirates that has just won a trophy? Dealing with that mentally, what have you done? Are you guys supporting them with some mental, professional people? Just paint that picture for us. And on a follow-up, if I may add that, taking from this game and knowing that your next match is Orlando Pirates, how much of the positives did you pick up from this match?
So the positives, when we do put our foot on the ball and play football, we can control, periods of the game, which then means that we have the ability to compete, as we saw in the first half. So those are the positives. We can't just for 90 minutes, play the balls down into the channels and ask the strikers to chase after them. Not certainly against Orlando Pirates, and not against many teams in the PSL, because it becomes a long 90 minutes. So some good positives. Your first question, there's some sports psychologists that are doing their rounds, that are speaking to the boys, that are trying to get them to open up. We're certainly doing that. We're having a lot of one-on-one meetings. There's a lot of, trying to get to know the boys, trying to see what makes them tick. We had a small team building, but even that was, it was just very short, and we don't have the time. We haven't had the time. We've tried to put a lot of effort on the training pitch and have double sessions, and whether they're both on the pitch or video analysis, or because the reality is that the interim head coach, which is the technical director, Sean O'Connor, he wants to play in a little bit of a different way, and it takes time to play that way. It's not like you have a pre-season or you have a January break where you've really got time to work these things out. So while the 2 weeks that passed was a good break, there's still lots and lots of work to do. And I think what we can see is the difference between the PSL and the First Division is very, very big. And me of all people know that from my time at Richards Bay, So yeah, we just got to keep working, keep encouraging, keep getting, keep getting them to believe. And if there are one or two gems, free agents out there that we can approach, well, that's what we have to do.
Speaking of gems, you had a gem. Sorry, I was saying you spoke of gems and you had a young gem come on, look about the run. Can you maybe talk to us about the performance that he had, and he's done well in the Disky Challenge? Are we going to see more of him on Top Line Football?
Yeah, I'm glad you picked him up. He's a special kid. I arrived, as I said, just over 2 weeks ago, and everything I've read and heard about this kid, and he's scoring hat-tricks in the DDC. And we saw him training one morning in the school holidays with the DDC team, and we just brought him across to the first team, and we just, asked him to join us, and he just fitted in so well, and there's a lot of those gems. We speak about Mofo King, who's at Wolves, and we're certainly looking at something, hopefully overseas for Luke, because he's special. He plays in the under-17 national team, if I'm not mistaken, and he's just a good kid, and we've got to give them a chance. Probably not the best opportunity for him to come in at 2-0 down, but also sometimes, you use those moments to let him get a feel of it, and he certainly didn't look out of place.
Thanks, Coach. How far is Surprise Ralani's deal? Are we going to see him in the next match?
I hope so. That's another gem. Despite his age, a fantastic player, something that we don't have in the squad, and someone that we can believe can bring a little bit extra onto the pitch, certainly in the changing room. From when he walked into training the other day, he's only had one session for us, and then he went for a medical. So, from the time that he's arrived in the building, there's been a good response, and that's also what we want to see. So I don't know how far it is. Hopefully, the negotiations can be concluded soon, but we'd definitely love to have him as soon as possible.
Coach, just back to the game, you spoke about the positives earlier. Where do you think you lost it maybe in the second half? Where do you think you lost the grip of the game, especially after that positive first half?
The penalty incident took the stuffing out of us, and then the quick, second goal. I think maybe at 1-0 we could have had a chance, but a good second goal. I think defensively a little bit poor. We don't clear our lines, and they're getting behind us, which Pirates are very good at. So I think that's where we lost it. And again, I go from the first goal again. The mental block, it starts, here we go again type of. So that's certainly where we lost it in the second half.
Coach, week in, week out, doom and gloom for the club. I think you need divine intervention on daily luck.
It's nice and positive, doom and gloom. At this stage, we need Jesus. So yeah, maybe divine intervention, maybe a bit of lady luck, maybe a little bit of, you know, belief. So yeah, let's see.
Final 3 questions.
Coach, I think we all agree that the youth way is the best way. But looking at your situation where you are now, do you think with these kids, you know, you are largely a young team, will it be sustainable in the long run with these kids to stay in the league and, you know, obviously, with respect, but I don't think you can compete for the league, but to stay in the league and maintain the status?
Yeah, it's very difficult for them. You're 100% right. You know, the pressure is immense for them. They are not used to it. But you know, that's the model of the club. You know, develop the players, try and get them in. But certainly there needs to be the right balance, and I think that balance is a little bit out of tilt at the moment. And that's why, you know, if there are 1 or 2 free agents that can make a difference, you know, we also need to be realistic and say who is available, can we get them now, because you don't want to get to January and then it's too late, you know. So yeah, it's very difficult for the kids, but listen, when it does turn, I think it's going to make them, you know, this kind of experience for them, make them better players.
Any takers on the final 2? Final 2 questions. Going once, going twice, and gone. Thank you, Coach. We'll resume
Thank
shortly
you.
with the Pirates, Coach.
Can I have a takeaway in?
Yeah, can have a takeaway, coach.